UW360 is proudly supported by BECU, a not-for-profit member-owned credit union. Pacific Office Automation, copy, print, workflow, and IT. Problem solved.
If you ever find yourself in Seattle's Inner Bay neighborhood, wander into Sound Spirits to try some craft vodka, gin, or other liquors and get a taste of history in the making.
We're Seattle's first distillery since Prohibition.
In 1916, Washington became a dry state. That was 3 years before the 18th Amendment made Prohibition the law of the land. Of course, if you knew the right channels, there were ways to get a drink. And that kept law enforcement busy, rounding up illegal stills. Prohibition ended in 1933, and 3/4 of a century later, Seattle got its first craft distillery.
There was one other distillery that started up right after Prohibition, but they didn't last but a few years and they shut down.
In 2008, the state passed legislation to create a new craft distillery license, a move which simplified the application process for small-scale distillers like Stephen Stone. The license requires distilleries to use at least 51% raw materials from Washington state. And it also allows them to sell their product directly to their customers and provide free samples.
That's a big benefit because people love to try before they buy, especially with a product that they have never heard of before.
As a full-time aerospace engineer for Boeing, Stephen jokes that he does rocket science by day and rocket fuel by night.
Engineers love to solve problems, and Lord knows there's a lot of problems in starting a business.
Mechanical know-how has been invaluable to building the distillery. The inspiration to build a business came while studying for an MBA at the University of Washington's Foster School.
And decided that there's a lot about the world that would be explained by learning more about the business side of things, and would also help me be a better engineer for Boeing. I had no idea that there was some entrepreneurship genes in me.
Stephen noticed a trend across the country. Craft distilleries seem to be popping up all over the place, but none in Seattle.
I looked at how passionate people are about the Northwest local products. What other industries have done well here that are similar? Well, beer and wine have done really well in Washington, so it's almost just a given that spirits would too.
As it turns out, Stephen was right. In 2011, 35 craft distilleries were licensed in the state, up from just 8 in 2009. And business is picking up steam. The hours are long and the work is hard, but at the end of the day, it's all worth it.
There's an art meets science aspect of it that the creation and the making of it it's a wonderful thing to me. The way that people respond to the flavors that we work so hard to do well is really rewarding. Every time someone tells me that they love my product, just really makes my heart glow.